Actually, while we're talking about items, there is one other small adjustment people are going to need to make. You cannot refill or restock your items mid hunt, so you need to plan your item loadout for that hunt before you go on the hunt. What this will include is most of the time you're bringing your potions to bring your honey along to actually combine and make more mega potions. Early in the game, not a big deal. When we get later in the game to the fights where creatures hit really hard, regular potions are basically worthless, especially since the game locks you in place while you're taking them. We'll be using a strategy. It's not exactly looked at as the most honorable strategy, but I don't really understand why people were too proud to do this. In serious fights, except for in a handful of locations in the game, you can actually switch screens. And honestly, anytime that's available, we'll be swapping screens in order to sharpen and take some medicine. I don't really care about doing that. I think it's fine. It saves you from potentially getting hit. Now, there's one other thing in the background. You can see the ships have actually popped up. If this is your first time playing 3U, there's one thing you need to be aware of. When 3 and 3U were made, there was this concept of charm tables. Those still exist, but now they're in the order of thousands and they actually work properly. In 3 and 3U, there was a bit of a quirk where something happened, and when you would roll a charm table when you started up the game for the first time, your character was locked to that charm table. Normally, not a big deal. I can't remember how many, I think there's like 17 charm tables or something like that in total. Most of them can give you something that will be adequate for your build. Like there's very few builds out there that require a set specific charm, and that charm requires you to be on a very specific table. However, there are tables that are terrible, that will completely lock you out. So what do you do? If you want to be absolutely certain you didn't get one of the worst tables, because there used to be some manipulation you could do to ensure what table you would get. It's a lot harder to do if you're playing it on PC. But you can go into Google and search up this thing called Athena's Fish Finder. Put that in exactly as I have it up on the screen, and this will, one of the top results will actually be a Reddit page that has, where someone has actually uploaded all of the different tools that Athena, which is a really old school but really awesome Monster Hunter player, made.